I prefer to watch and dubbed.
Uh-huh.
Whether I like subbed or dubbed is different from what I prefer to watch it in, right? Like
Right.
I might prefer one in sub, but I might want to watch it in dub anyway, just because I'm always doing stuff. I have kids, I have a job. Like I gotta be able to like do dishes while I'm watching anime or do something
Yes.
else. So I need to be able to look away without missing half the storyline. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Like if you look away on a subbed, you're just done. Just forget it.
Right.
You gotta find a new show
Mm-hmm.
because you've just missed way too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so
I know what you mean.
I prefer to consume mine in dub. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that me taking that break and especially with like the new season and letting a lot of animes come out with more dubbed episodes
Mm-hmm.
allowed me to binge, which I prefer. I prefer to
Yes, you do
binge
prefer that.
to consume my anime. And when I
Uh-huh.
can binge like that, I enjoy it a lot more. So
Yeah.
I think that just made it an overall better experience for me, along with just
Uh-huh.
being able to watch some real shows, you know?
Well, what do you think about like why do you like binging so much? Like what do you think does it for you that really gets you to enjoy it? Because I tell you all the time, I can do
Yeah,
binging, but
you
I
can't.
actually like one by one similar to just any new anime coming out.
I think it's because me personally, the way I consume shows in general, it's not just anime I prefer binging. It is literally any form of media. You know,
Hmm.
if there's a J. Cole song that comes out that I like, I'll listen to J. Cole for like a month, right? And
Hmm.
I'll binge on J. Cole for a month.
Which, by the
It's
way, great battle going on. But go ahead.
Yes, sir. But it's like the same thing with like podcasts. If I find a new podcast, I listen to nothing but that podcast and watch old episodes that I've never seen yet. And I'll do that for like 2 weeks straight, right? It's
Hmm.
just the way I consume media. And I genuinely think it's because you tend to forget things. And in particular with like TV shows and anime,
Uh
I
huh.
think I get so invested like emotionally and mentally in what's going on
Uh huh.
that I don't like to pull myself out for a week.
Uh huh.
Does that make sense?
So you like to just keep it moving one by one by one by one by one by
Right,
one, and then at the very
because
end,
I'm so invested in it.
you'll kick back. And that's interesting because I like one take time to think about it, take time to maybe watch it another time, and then the next one watch it, take time to think about it, analyze what I saw, kind of go back, watch it again, make sure I didn't miss shit, versus just going doom, doom, doom with the newer anime.
That's
Because
fair.
newer anime is so
Move,
goddamn
move,
complicated.
and it moves so much quicker too.
If it was so much quicker,
That
and I
makes
have to
sense.
pause it 90% of the time, even in dubbed at times,
Right.
I have to pause it.
Hmm.
So for me, it's more of Jesus, there's so much information now. Versus like I can binge Naruto, I can binge DBZ, I can binge the old school animes a lot
Right.
easier than I
Because
can
it's a little
this.
slower developing, not as much,
Right.
not as
Like I
complex.
can binge. I
Right.
prefer to binge Bleach because it's not as complex.
Right.
So, dude, get that shit moving, right?
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to watch 15 because I know 10 may be fucking filler. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, I can't do that, man. And you like I don't disagree with your logic. Like I
Right.
don't
It's
think your
personal
way's a bad
preference.
way. I think this is genuinely a truly personal preference thing and how you like to think about it. Like I appreciate the art of putting together a show and trying to surprise you. You know what I mean? So like me watching it is like one episode after the next after the next after the next is almost like it's almost like I'm appreciating the art of them trying to tell the story through each episode versus taking an episode thinking about it. What did they try and sneak past me? What did they sneak in there? This, and that. And then having a full week to consume and figure things out. I
Yeah.
like being able to kind of like put myself in the character and I get so
Yeah.
invested in them that I like to see them figuring things out versus me figuring out what they're trying to do and stuff like, you know what I mean? And
Right.
analyzing.
Has your
But
opinion changed since starting the pod? Because I know after starting the pod, I've become even more analytical when I watch
nope,
animes. So I like get more tedious about what
that's interesting.
happens. And
Yeah,
like I
because,
feel like if I watched if I
yeah, yeah.
watched Solo Leveling season 1 1 through 12, and I could probably do it in like a day. easily. If
Yeah.
I
Oh
did
yeah.
that, I feel like I would still miss a lot just because of how quickly it moves, unless I'm stopping it
Maybe.
constantly. Like,
Yeah. It's interesting because I tend to watch animes over again.
mhm,
Like it's rare that I watch anime and I'm just like I'm done with that forever.
right,
Uh I watch most animes at least twice for that
right.
reason. The second time I watched through is analytical. But the podcast hasn't changed that.
Hasn't
I don't.
changed the
It
way you
hasn't
watch
changed the
anime
way I
at all.
consume anime or what I even think about anime. It has
Wow.
changed the second time when I watch it through for like, okay, now that I know what happened, let me watch it through again.
So it changed the way you watch anime.
It
Because you do
changed.
two every single time, but now you on the
It
second one
changed. I would say, yeah,
you
it
change.
definitely it changed the way I watch anime, but
So did
not
you
the
just
first
say
time
it
through.
didn't change and then
Because
explain how
because
it
I
changed?
meant what I was trying to convey, good sir.
Contradictory.
Yeah, it's what I do, man. Have you never listened to me on the pod? I'm literally a walking contradiction. I'll start a point, go on a rant, and end contradicting my first point
You literally
that I started
you
with.
literally just did it.
Yeah,
Watch
it's what
it
I
back,
do.
and you tell me. You give me a call. You be like, "No, I don't think
I
it was," or "You
No,
did."
here's the thing.
I
I
don't know.
don't
I
have
think
to
it
watch it
was.
back to know that I did
I think you
that.
did it. Oh, so you're saying you think you did it as well?
I'm sure I did. I don't know if I did or didn't, but I'm sure if
Okay.
you're telling me I did, it's not. I know me, so chances are I definitely did it.
He's like, I have not changed the way at all
You
that
know,
I watch,
you got
except
six
for the
dudes
second
at your
time. I
house.
watched
You got
I watched
yeah,
it differently on the second time.
yeah. Well, I mean, like, look, you got six dudes at your house, right? One of them likes to rob your friends, and you got shit missing. Who you gonna go talk to first? You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go
True.
talk to the dude that likes to rob our friends. Like, know who you are.
Know who
I
you
know
are.
who I am,
Moral of the
and
story.
I am a contradiction for sure.